here.
Okay, let's make this quick. Yeah, Studio 86 Bumblebee, really cool. Just figured out how to transform the thing with, what's that guy's little videos? Like 4 minutes or 4 to 5 minutes. He went from robot to vehicle and back. And he comes in as vehicle mode. And why he doesn't have his gun? Because I wanted to show you the packaging. Normally they wrap the stuff in like almost like onion type paper or tissue paper, put it in there. And this little guy is just so fun. His feet don't want to cooperate. He looks better or stands better when he's a little more. He's a little chest heavy. But now he looks like he's standing a little easier. And that was very rough. That little transformation I did right there. Let's see, where'd it go? Here we are. This is the paper. I've never seen them. Let's do this with the symbols and this pattern on here. I don't know if I can. I've never seen this done before. It's normally just white, you know. But I thought this was really cool. I thought it was worth kind of showing. You know, most of the time people are like, oh, the gun, rip, put the gun in his hand. And I didn't want to do that this time because I like every detail. I like showing off. Yeah, I hate to say that, but show off. Some of these items and these figures and just how, no, they're not G1. G1 will always rest in their hearts with a soft heart of nostalgia. Whether, for me, yeah, I defend G1 Ironhide or Ratchet. I was a big Ironhide fan. In case you haven't noticed, Prime, focus fires up, you know, and we'll get those Decepticons next time. Kind of, you know, he was Southern. I didn't realize he was voiced by the same guy that did Optimus Prime. I cannot get this open. Okay, here we go. I just had to sort of rip it. I hated to do that, but not like I was going to save this or anything, but I just thought it was really neat that they would take the time to print this on this kind of paper, this little like onion type tissue paper here. With the pattern. I've never seen this before. This is pretty cool. Because I don't get a whole lot of figures. And I thought I got this one in time because we in order to help save on groceries, we kind of have this app called Ibotta, which sounds really silly. I didn't know how to spell it because my wife kept talking about it, and she was using it, but I never saw her actually understand how it worked. Well, her app kind of, something happened to it. We got kicked out because we didn't know it has everything to do with Walmart. I'll just put it that way, because if you click on coupons with Ibotta and you're doing the cashback feature with the Walmart app, you can't do them at the same time. And we got kicked off, and we didn't know what was going on. And I'm like, what is going on here? This is insane. And we finally figured it out. And so I got set up back again with my phone number instead of hers. And we're just having to watch it. And as a result, I think they actually fixed some things. Oh, his leg wasn't completely there. It is. He's just so posable. Oh my gosh, this beats the original Bumblebee by a million times, even though this friggin' thing was $25. But that's what I was getting to. Because of the timing of the Transformers 1 movie, Ibotta had a thing where if you bought certain figures, including 86 studio figures, you could get $5 back on their app. Well, when that money builds up on the app, you can put it towards your account, like a PayPal account, Venmo, or whatever, and then you can move that money over to your bank account if you want to. And apparently I got this outside of that window. But they did actually have Transformers in the Ibotta app, and I thought which was really neat. And I tried to let some guys know on one of the Facebook boards. I forgot which one, and I was like, "Hey, yeah, you need to check this out." Well, I think it's over. They are bringing some toys back for the Christmas season, but probably not the Transformers stuff, because I think that was a one-time thing for around the time of the Transformers 1 was in the theaters. But this is just a neat figure. I will admit, in bot mode, and my cousin and I, we were talking about this too, because he has the same one. He has remnants of the VW Bug look in bot mode. He really does. But, you know, when he had him in stop motion come out here, I'm not transforming this thing back right now. It's not that hard, really. A lot easier than some of these other characters, that's for sure. That it looks okay. It reminds me of the Bug drawn in the Lupin movies. You know, Lupin the Third or whoever. I've started watching the one on Netflix. I think it was the update. I can't remember which. And I couldn't get into it. I ended up kind of stopped watching it. But wow, this little guy is just so cool. And because his feet are pretty big, you can put him in some pretty cool action poses. You know, turn his head, make him look at his fist or whatever. Just the studio line has been really, really good. They're not masterpiece, but they're on the verge of masterpiece for the, you know, even though they're probably more than they should be. I can remember when something this size was like $12, not $25, for a deluxe figure, like during the Beast War Beast Machine. Even the Energon Armada days, you know, basic. This was would have been a basic size back then, and they were like $10-12, maybe 15. Even during the Combiner Wars era of figures, the basic size was like $18. We were complaining back then, $7 ago. Well, daggum, almost 7 years ago, actually. Now, as well, maybe it's just gone up $1 a year. No, but you know, we were complaining how. Oh, come on, calculator! I can't. I used to be able to do all this stuff in my head. $72 plus tax for 4 separate figures for the arms and the legs of Combiner figures. Plus, how much was it for the leader size? They were what, 30, 35? I'll say 35. So yeah, they were close to about 110 plus for a whole set. That doesn't sound bad anymore, even though we were complaining about that back in what, 2016. So, you know, here we are today, and I hear the people that have the Minosaur like the Minosaur. They are. I saw the images of the Constructicons, as well as the Aerialbots, and I don't have the money or time or effort to be able to try to chase all these figures down. It's just not within my grasp. Even if I had the money, my wife would be, she wouldn't be happy with this either. But you know, there's sorry, I had something come through my phone. There's just some. I just can't buy everything I see. And again, I should not have bought this Bumblebee either. But you know, I do have this one, and you've seen me animate this one some, and you know, like he's hovering around and he doesn't know where he's going. It's been a while, but this is I really like this Bumblebee. And originally, I was going to be satisfied with this one. I didn't want to get another one. But then I saw this one, and people were complaining that it was a shelf warmer. It has not been a shelf warmer around here. And I actually had to go, my Walmart near me was out of them. The one I normally go for groceries. There was another one that's actually a little closer, and they had like 3 or 5. And I'm like, well, okay, I'll just go over here for groceries next time. Even though I'm not crazy about being, you know, that area of town, but I went anyway and got stuff, and they still had bumblebees, and so I got this one. His joints are pretty tight. I just wish his head could go up and down just a little more than that. When I was animating it, it's weird. The different angles kind of show he either looks like he's either mad or smiling. It's just, I just find that uncanny, but just an amazing little figure, and one of the few that I've seen with emotion almost. Maybe it's just because the cartoon Bumblebee from the old original series was the one filled with the most emotion. And because of that, they sort of stopped the relationship of Hound and Spike to Bumblebee and Spike. I don't know. But I think there were other things as well, because Hound was a military vehicle. Oh no, we can't have. I don't know how far the Karens of the 80s really were trying to control the toy figure aspect of things back then. Because heck, we had Star Wars figures and they all had their little guns, and we had to keep up with all those tiny little guns for all our stormtroopers and our in the little lightsabers for the Jedi, and the lightsabers went into their arm, the hole in the arm thing, and you just pulled it out, and normally most of the time you lost them and you stuck in a toothpick. We were using toothpicks for our lightsabers in 1979, 1980. Yeah, I'm that old. So I don't know, but I mean, if you want to have a story with battling characters, it's going to be, quote unquote, a little violent, because pew pew, hey, look over there, there's Optimus Prime, let's tell him that we're behind him or something. I don't know. I am Optimus Prime. Yes, we know. I am Optimus Prime. Heed my... we know who you are. We're coming. I am Optimus Prime. Okay, Michael Bay, we get it. He's Optimus Prime. So, with that, it's not a bad figure. And if he's a shell former and you don't have it, maybe he'll go on clearance. Maybe not. But as a general rule, and I've said this before, I always like lining up their face with the end of their gun in the same direction they're looking for full effect, for the best look, for the best effect here. And let's kind of end it with him right there. Not bad. Not bad at all. But yeah, with that, just a cool figure. And I apologize, my camera, I'm doing this on purpose, but I can't keep my camera very still, so I'm animating and doing a little stop motion. It's a little jerky. It could be better. I just don't have the best equipment. But just a fun little figure. Had him since the weekend, since Sunday. Today is Thursday. Just a neat character. It's Bumblebee, and I could care less about the new Bumblebee stuff so much. I think I got the 07 Camaro Bumblebee, and that's about it. So maybe this one was a long time coming, even though we already had the hover one here, which is really cool too. But on the same aspect, it's nice to have one that actually looks closer to G1, even though he doesn't really transform into a VW bug, but it sure looks like he would. Very, very close. I really like the faux kind of beetle look, even though he doesn't really transform into a beetle. It's so very close. He looks better as a robot anyway, and he doesn't have the kibble popping off of him like this one does, let's take a look at this one's face. Super quick, and we're going to call it a day. This guy's face is a lot more detailed. I can easily see that. Just a lot more detailed compared to this one. But this one does seem to have a little more, how can I say it? Let's get his gun out of the way so it'll focus better. Soft edging. It's I mean, yeah, we have, I'm not transforming this thing. You know, the octagonal look there around his face, and he's still smiling, yeah. But this one, as my camera is bouncing, I don't know. I think I like this one better because it's still here the same, that same not quite an octagon, but not a septagon fully, maybe a sextagon or something. But it's not as prominent. It's not as prominent. It has a softer tone to it in the face compared to the Cybertronian one here, and I think I like this one a little better. And as you could tell when I was animating it a little bit, he kind of had a mad look to him, but he's really smiling, and it's all into perspective. It's all into perspective, depending on how you're looking at him. So with that, I hadn't done a video like this in a while. Just like enjoying the figures. I'm not going to sit around and play with figures in the floor like I'm, 10 years old anymore. But, sharing this with y'all is really fun. It's just really fun. Because that's what we're here for, is to just forget about politics. Forget about life for a bit. And just enjoy with what you got. And when it comes to Transformers, it hits the spot every time. Transform, and let's roll.